You know how you go to the store and they have like all those impulse items near the cash register, stick of gum, some snacks or something, a drink? Yeah, well, I just impulse purchased a air conditioner for this place. So we were working on the door upstairs, but it's about 92 here in the mountains, and we don't have air conditioning, so we decided instead of leaving a big open hole in the wall for a whole day or two, we'd start on some other projects we need to get done. So now I have to install it. I got really lucky. I left all my hole saws in Buckeye because I did not plan on doing this. And when I was at the hardware store, there was a super nice guy who was like, hey, do you want to just like borrow mine? Todd, if you're watching this video, thank you again for letting me borrow this. He saved us 40 bucks, so I appreciate that. This unit does come with a template, and that's how I was able to figure out exactly where this hole needs to be. This template has a hanging hole right here. Hopefully I'm in a stud. What I meant by hanging hole is one that you can put a screw through in the middle, and then you can level it. So at least for this one over here, I'm going to use a 2.5 inch. It should go nice and deep into that stud. Another thing that's kind of nice about this unit is this collar has slits in it, so you can cut it to be the right depth for your wall very easily. Let me get to your left. I gotta go that way. Good. Started. Okay, I just needed to know if I should take the next step up. This is the little extender collar thingy that goes through the wall, and I have to cut it back.
Please don't cut yourself.
Ouch.
Not funny.
I should have marked it and cut it before installation, because now this is kind of going to be a pain in the ass. It should be easier than this, Mr. Cool. Mr. Not Cool.
Did you read the instructions? I'll take that as a no. Are you regretting having me as your assistant?
I don't know.
Aww.
Are we good?
Yeah, they're through.
Okay.
Oh, it's ripping.
Is it?
It ripped the sheathing just a little.
Is it not anymore?
Doesn't seem to be anymore.
Okay, good.
This is probably the system we're gonna do in Italy, right?
Not exactly.
No.
Or it'll be a little different, but it's a similar principle. Actually, no, it's totally different.
Oh.
A lot of Europe and Italy has radiant systems. So instead of doing these, which blow air around your house, they put water through radiators, or in our case, it'll be water lines through the ceiling. Now it's time to start the conduit from the panel to the mini split air conditioner downstairs. And we're up in the mountains here. We're in a high fire zone area. So that means we did fire hardening. This lower section has hardy on it. Can't really use this because I'm going through wood. And this is more made for metal. So I'm gonna have to figure something else out. I really don't want to use the spade bit, because if I use the spade bit, it'll just ruin it. Keep going with this, I guess. I'm just gonna shove this into the wall a little bit so I have something to push up against. I'm gonna grab that insulation knife that I have and cut around here so that I have a nice clean cut through the insulation. And then we'll go to the next step. I'm once again up here in this tiny little hole and getting ready to bring the wires through. But what I got to do is there's a little piece of blocking that's holding up, that's supporting this gas line. And it's right in the middle of all this electrical, and that's where I've lined up my conduit. So unfortunately, I have to cut out this piece of blocking. This is a PEX to copper water line. These are all live electrical lines, and this is a gas line. So what's the worst that could happen? And of course I'm using a Sawzall, which is a violent tool. It's not very precision, and I still got my pipe through the hole, so I'm gonna push that out if I can. Look, it's stuck. There we go. Set that outside so I don't cut it up too much. Okay. All right, let's see if I can get this cut. I'm going to be pulling from the panel, pulling my wires that way, which means I need to start my fish all the way at the AC compressor, and then it'll come this way. This side of the pipe has the flare, and because this coupling is built into the pipe, it basically has this little, well, when it creates the flare, it bows out, which means the wire will be pushed in instead of hitting the sharp edge. Let's just put this piece kind of back where it belongs for now. There, good enough. No reason to make life more difficult than it needs to be. I'm not going to bore you with how to cut these things, partially just because I'm tired. It's about 6 p.m. and I want to see this project done, so I'm not going to move all the camera and do all that stuff. Sorry, guys, but I love you, but no, not today. Interesting, up here, the local hardware store had the wire that I needed, and they sell it by the foot, which is nice, and it was the same price as buying the 500-foot spools that I bought at Lowe's. So I ended up buying the amount that I needed in the colors that I needed and saved money. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do, see if this works, is just pull these two from the little spools that they're on. I'm going to tie a knot around here, one-handed, because I'm fancy. And then every couple inches, I'm going to throw another double loop, put the wires through. And the reason why I'm doing this is so that it will pull this length of wire and it won't fall off. Pretty exciting.
Yeah, if you're going for help falling asleep, you nailed it.
Oh my God. See what I have to deal with, guys? I'm going to back it up with electrical tape. That'll keep it from sliding.
So I shouldn't She-Ra it.
I mean, this is actually a very strong connection. But no, you shouldn't just hook it up to the car and drive away. That would be fun to watch, but probably not the best for the wire. And ready, set, pull!
Heave. Ho. Heave.
What are you calling a hoe?
Ho. It's not going. Should wear gloves when I do this.
I forgot to lube it up, but it should be fine. Did you get stuck?
Oh, feels like it's giving me heck somewhere. It's coming. Oh, I got it.
So you can see it has 4 little rubber isolators, which are cone-shaped in the picture. There are no cone-shaped rubber isolating feet. They're actually these rectangular ones. So these screws are not for our installation. This is threaded for concrete. Their instructions do show it going into masonry. So we need a lag bolt, which is the proper type of bolt for this system.
I think we should make a path though and get this going so we can have AC tonight so we can sleep better. So just, do you want to do a heads and tails?
Okay, so we got a peso, a little, is that a dragony thing or a 2?
Okay.
Which one do you want?
The side is the head dragony thing.
Okay.
That's what
Putting
it
it
is?
over there.
Okay, cool.
I should probably uncoil the line set and triple check that it's long enough before I mount that and cut into a siding. So that's what I'm going to do next. So I'll show you the way you're supposed to uncoil this is actually you just roll it along the ground, and that's what I've done for the first section. I don't have any more ground here, so I'm just going to uncoil it this way, midair. So that's good enough, it's straight enough. I'm just going to use this plastic strapping tape that I have. It's like a plumber's tape, technically.
What is that? Oh, it's a lizard. Hi, Mr. Lizard. I don't want to squish you again. I'll get in trouble.
Yes, we can't squish them this time.
I didn't intend to last time.
Coffee!
Coffee, I need coffee. I feel like a slug bug. I'm a mythical creature.
Eh?
I'm a mythical creature. I'm a dragon ass.
I have a sinking suspicion that these are not centered on 16ths. That's 14 inches apart. In North America, homes are framed with studs 16 inches on center. If I offset it like this, I'm not going into studs. This is very thin plywood. That's not nearly enough to support this. So what I'm probably going to need to do here, I guess, is notch out these battens, sink this into the wall, and re-drill 2 new holes in the place where they're supposed to be.
Oh, that was easy.
I need a bit extender, and then I need a bit tip. And the other nice thing about this impact driver, when I unclutch it, it doesn't try to hit Melanie in the face. That's not quite what I wanted, but...
What was that?
I guess this one has an ejector tip.
Apparently.
Okay.
Wow.
Coffee. Probably shouldn't have actually put that on yet, but that's okay. Good enough. Keep going. Pause for a second. Okay, good.
One of your feeties is...
Okay, so
Mine needs to go.
let's see. Let's see if I can. Let's set it down.
On the playground?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Okay, so I forgot to space these out correctly. Shit. Okay. I'm lined up. You lined up?
Yep.
Okay.
Have you showed this on camera yet?
I did downstairs, but it was probably not as close up, so this will be a much better illustration of how to do it. I'm applying heat around the perimeter of the pipe where I want to bend it here. Because there's going to be just a little bit of a bend to make it go vertical here. And then there's going to be another bend right here for the horizontal. Now I probably
Do you need to
want
come take that?
put a strap there. We'll hold this.
Yep.
And that's where I want that one to be. Ow, that's fucking hot. As you unscrew them all the way they'll go. Oh, that's interesting. So if you look right here, you can see a little Sharpie. That's in line with that Sharpie. That means that's fully open.
Nice.
Cover everything with soapy water. I don't see any leaks. So this is connected and good. Next thing to do, let's turn this guy on. It works, yay!